But we got a special guest in the building, gang. We got Tammy in here. All right, so y'all, I'm gonna play the track she about to work on. We about to just start working for real.
She did try to call me. Is everything all right?
Yeah. We got Reese in the building.
Reese! What's up,
Yeah.
New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing.
That's so cold.
Yo. This is stupid.
Yo, that's so cold, man.
Can't look at my heart.
She wrote this off Voicey, yo. That's what's crazy.
Yes.
She wrote
Words
this off
came
Voicey.
right to me as soon as I heard it.
Hey, we in here.
New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing.
Sing it exactly like that again.
New thing, new thing, new thing, new thing.
Sing.
First of all, don't try to psych my mind and hype me up. Sing at the same time. That's how you know he playing.
No, you're doing an amazing job for real.
Thanks.
And I commend you because you pressing through. Imani asking questions that stressed out people ask.
Stressed out and sleepy people.
You said don't sing that. That ain't what we told you don't sing.
Oh.
Oh.
All these dang old new
It's
things.
new thing.
Bring that old thing back.
It's new thing.
I'm glad I get to see this because this is the real, honey.
Now it was good for me that I was afflicted. Hit me hard and I kept on ticking. They dug ditches but I didn't go under. I'm back bigger, better than before. I couldn't
That mud can sing, y'all.
Good God. Oh, my
Jess.
goodness.
Jess.
Jesus.
We ain't never heard this before, y'all. So that's number one.
me that I was afflicted. Hit me hard and I kept on ticking. They dug
That was beautiful. The exact same way.
I'm back bigger, better than before. I couldn't understand what they had against me. I was supposed to keep going. My bad.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
Understand what they had against me, but the Lord made it work for me. I know that was different.
But that was good.
It
different.
was.
That was good. Different. Yes, sir. One more time.
Got this.
It's the way she going with it is
I can't
crazy.
do that.
I can't even describe it. I've
It's
never
like
heard.
It's like a pulse.
Let me tell you something though, y'all.
Like, I don't.
The thing about Tammy that is so crazy is there's no other. I've never heard Tammy's voice before. You know how some people can sing, but
Absolutely.
yes,
It's amazing.
yes.
The Lord made it work for me. They meant it for my bad, but He turned around and made it good. He's doing the new thing.
That's it.
Guys, we can't make this up, guys.
Y'all
Y'all are here
heard
in the
it.
studio with
Y'all
us.
heard it.
Y'all sitting right in here
Right.
with us. We can't make this up.
Praise be unto our
Y'all, we
God.
having fun though. Tammy is insane.
I am having fun with you guys.
This is crazy.
He's doing the yeah. He's doing the he's doing the yeah. He's doing the new thing. I'm so glad that he's doing a new thing.
1, 2. Can y'all hear me? Y'all let me know if y'all can hear. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, yeah, y'all can hear because I see the captions. Y'all come on in. I ain't going to be up here long, but I want to talk about something that I was thinking about real quick. Oh. I just shared the live. Reese, what up, yo? We miss you, man. A lot. I have something I want to talk about. So y'all come on in here. I'm gonna do like the preachers do. I'm gonna wait till some people get in here. That's what the preachers say. I'm gonna wait till 2 more people get in here. I got 3 people in here. Once I get to 5, I'm gonna go. Amen. Yeah. That's a good number. Once I get to 5. Lord, we done dropped down 1. Y'all, I always be trying to adjust my thing from looking at the opposite side, and it don't never work because it's the opposite side. But that's all right. Turn the captions off so I won't be distracted. Y'all come on in here. I'm about to talk right quick. This is a talking episode. It's one of them old crispy audio. It's a talking episode, so I'm going to be careful so I can talk in here real good. Y'all come on in. Come on in. Kyla Kell is in the building. What's goody? I was trying to wait till 5 people came in here, then they left. Y'all left me, Lord Jesus. In a minute, I'm going to just start talking. What time is it? Yeah, at 7:03, I'm going to just start talking, and then y'all can see it on the replay. But it was just something that I think is cool. A good thing to speak about. Andrea, what is good? Something that well, for me in my case, it would be to producers and songwriters and artists and musicians, but it can apply to like anybody for real. It can apply to anybody. So yeah. All right, 7:03. All right, so I've been thinking about this this idea of peers, not opponents, right? So it's this whole idea that we live in a world that teaches us that anybody that does what we do is our competitor. And in a sense that can be true in some instances, but in a world where you're playing an internal game, like inside, and not an external game, like outside, your peers don't have to be your opponents. Like, they don't have to be like your arch nemesis and enemies. Like 2 producers, 3 producers can coexist at the same time, and the success of one doesn't rob the other. Like, the success of one artist does not mean the failure of another. The success of one musician does not mean the failure of another. And the list goes on and on. And like, I just wanted to like talk about the fact that when it comes to growth and your craft and your gift and your business, like, the biggest competition should be with yourself. Not other singers, not other writers, not other producers, not other musicians, like yourself. Like we've all, I believe, let me say it like that, that's important. I believe that we have all been called to do different things and we all have different assignments. Wilson, what up, bro? And I'm about to talk real quick, bro. We all have different callings and different assignments. And therefore we all have different lanes. And the competition should really be you beating you. Like, okay, this is what I did today. Tomorrow I'm going to do this better. And the next day I'm going to do it better. And the next week I'm going to do it better. And the next month I'm going to do it better. Like, when you focus on becoming a better version of yourself at your pace, at a pace that doesn't overwhelm you, doesn't stress you out, doesn't give you anxiety. Like, when you get to a place where focusing on you is the game and finding the pace of growth that doesn't burn you out or discourage you or depress you, when you get to the place where you find that pace, makes no sense. Right, bro. It doesn't. Like, we all express ourselves differently. TJ, it's almost like if I were to literally like talk on the phone with you and be like, man, the way he articulates his words is so dope. And then I just like go on a war to try to talk better than you. I want my voice to sound better. Let me see how he yeah, I need to make like how when he get mad, man, that take a lot of energy, bro. Like it take a lot of energy when you're in a competition mindset, and when you're in a competing place, and when you see your peers as your opponents, that's where the toxic feelings come from. Like, that's where anxiety comes from. That's where frustration comes from. That's where comparison comes from. Like, when you get to a place where you just kind of looking at your homies or looking at your peers and like turning it into a war, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. And the fact that all of us, specifically in music, like, I have a style in production where there's certain artists that's gonna like my style and there's certain artists that's not gonna like my style. The good thing about that is the fact that there are producers for the artists that don't like my style. Because we are service providers, it is important that we don't all sound the same and that we all don't do things the same so that we can serve all artists. So, like, your peers are not your opponents. Like, if I ain't gonna say no names just for the sake of not saying names, but there's a few people that come to mind right now. And I think I've said this up here before. Like, if a certain type of artist that does a certain style, if they call me and say, hey, I would like to do this and I want you to produce it for me. Like, even if it's a style that I'm capable of producing, if I feel like it's a style that another producer produces better or has a passion for really, really doing, like, I'll pass it on to them. Hey, man, I can't do it, but call so-and-so, call my brother so-and-so. They can help you. They'll do it for you for sure. I can't do that if I feel like everybody who produces are my rivals. Like, I can't see red every time I look at somebody who produces music, or every time I see somebody who does anything that I'm capable of doing, anything that I'm known for doing or capable of doing. Anybody else who does the same thing, I celebrate them because there's a space for us all. And I just want to be a voice to let people know that, like, your peers don't have to be your rivals. They don't have to be your opponents. Y'all can actually coexist. Y'all can literally coexist. Hey, Zion, when y'all coming back to North Carolina? Because I want to get him and his brother on the thing, y'all. I'm sorry, Random. He ain't here, so I got to ask him because I see him in here. But now I get back to my spiel until he comment. But yeah, your peers do not have to be your rivals or opponents. Like, some people specialize in one thing, some people specialize in other things. Some people are really great at one thing. Some people are really great at multiple things. Like, there's a space and place for everybody. And we don't have to agree with each other's styles. We don't have to agree with each other's methods. We don't have to like each other that much. We're coming 28th and 29th. I want to get you and your brother on the podcast, bro. And I may try to, depending on where y'all at, we may try to hook up something else too, because it could get interesting. Oh. We need to talk about that. You let me know what y'all's schedule is and if y'all be able to move around, because I want to set up something where we can link up. But yeah, we can all operate in our own space within the same industry, so to speak. I guess you would say an industry or whatever. Yeah. Without it being a whole, like, war. What was I saying? Yeah, we can celebrate each other. We're cutting joints, although often the artists still want me to cut. Yeah, man. Referring others, TJ, is it's a superpower, and I don't think we use it enough. And I think we do that. Here's the thing. The competitive mind, or the competitive drive that we have that makes us look at our peers as rivals, I feel is rooted in some type of, like, insecurity. Like, cause think about it, people who are really confident in who they are not moved by other people. Like, it doesn't bend them out of shape for somebody else to be successful. Like, if I believe that my beats are dope and I hear somebody else's beats that are dope, then we're just two dope beat makers. Now, if I'm not confident in myself and I wish I was better in this area and this area, and I overthink every time I make music, and somebody does something that, like, is killing, and I get jealous, it can make me be like, yo, I see you, I'm coming for you. And that's where that kind of comes from sometimes. I'm not going to say it's that way all the time, but I've seen a lot of people that, like, they put the chip on their shoulder and they grind harder from a negative place of wanting to prove that they can be better than somebody else, versus grinding harder from a healthy place, wanting to be better than yesterday's version of their self. And that's what I want to kind of leave with everybody. Like, let's get to the place where we are growing in a positive way, competing with only yesterday's version of us. Like, getting in a headspace where your motivation for growth is growth, self-development, self-growth, self-worth. You become more valuable to your clients, your peers, your community, when you're operating from a inward, peaceful place versus everybody that do what I do, they ain't finna take food out my mouth. So it's a weird thing that I've seen and heard. I've heard people talk. I've heard producers and musicians talk like that about other musicians and producers that don't even sound like them. They not in the same lane at all. Like, and it's like, that don't make sense. I use the restaurant analogy all the time. If I wake up and want a Whopper, bro, I'm going to Burger King. If I wake up and want a chicken sandwich, I'm going to Chick-fil-A. Y'all remember the chicken sandwich war? Like, even if somebody sells a product that's essentially the same, it's still not the same. So like when Popeyes put out that chicken sandwich, now I ain't gonna lie, the spicy chicken sandwich go crazy. It do. And like we started this whole, okay, they kind of biting off Chick-fil-A because they got the chicken and the pickle, and we're gonna see which one better. The people did that, but hey, you think Chick-fil-A was tripping? No. It might have spiked Popeye's sales for a little while, and Jesus, it smacks. But the point I'm making is, even if you sell similar products, or even if you have similar sounds, you're still different enough for there to be a space for everybody. Only time I hesitate referring to others is when the guys are. Oh, now that's a whole nother. Oh, hey, bro, can you come do the podcast this week? What's today? What's your tomorrow and Friday looking like, TJ? TJ be talking right. We got to get him on the pod, man. Cause that's true. Like, boy, you be scared to refer some. That's a whole nother conversation where you be scared to refer somebody because you scared they're gonna mess up something. Cause at the end of the day, when you refer somebody, it's a reflection. It was your choice. All right, well, we're gonna try to link up next week though, if you can. It was your choice, so it's like your referral is a reflection of you. Which is another thing. Like having a network of people that you can piggyback off of, work with, like a pool of people who do similar things, slightly different things, that just kind of bond and connect, where they share information, refer clients to each other, and like build like a community, like where everybody growing and everybody eating, like doing projects together when necessary, connecting your strengths with his strengths and doing this instead of doing it yourself. And like it's okay to do that. Like it's actually it's smarter to do that. Now you must assess the people first, and you must like make sure that their ethics align with your ethics and they are integral, because you don't want to connect yourself to somebody who can end up tearing you down, to TJ's point. Whether it's directly working with somebody or referring somebody, and then the artist go hire them because you told them to, and then they show up late, or they came smelling like weed, or whatever the case may be, where artists would be like, that wasn't integral, that wasn't professional. Smelling like weed might be in a church situation. There are some situations where smelling like weed is actually appropriate. So it all depends on the person and the gig and the requirements. Like if it was a person who was supposed to come on with a suit and tie, clean cut to a revival, and he came with some baggy pants on and a ripped t-shirt smelling like marijuana, then that's probably not right. But if you refer them for a Snoop Dogg gig, that's just right. So let me clarify. Let me clarify. A week. But yeah, our peers don't have to be our opponents. They don't have to be our rivals. They don't have to be our best friends either. We don't have to be buddy, but I am saying that the most healthy way to get better is to become better than yourself, not like scratching and clawing to try to prove that you're better than somebody else. Not having the mindset of somebody else's success automatically equals your failure. Like, some people are driven by that and become extremely successful, but they don't always have peace of mind and stable emotions at the end. So what I want to encourage everybody to do is to become the best version of themselves, musically, professionally, personally, with like in a healthy way where when it's all said and done, your mind is clear, your heart is clear, you're at peace, you're happy, you've grown your craft, you've grown your skill, you've gained the notoriety that you desired, you got the clients that you desired, you have the net worth that you desired, but you have peace and happiness too, and you didn't burn no bridges from having a negative competitive attitude. Now, it is sort of like a sport where you ain't trying to just be like slacking. Like, you don't want to be like last on the totem pole. I got to clear that up too, because I don't want nobody to misunderstand what I'm saying about that. You want to be out here holding your own. And that's true. But at the same time, you don't have to be negative about it. It doesn't have to be toxic. It doesn't have to come from a mean or ill or resentful place, man, because at the end of the day, we got to go to sleep with peace of mind. Just be able to do the job, point blank, period. And that's the thing. To whoever your clients are or whoever you desire your clients to be, do well in that arena for that clientele so that you can continue to work. What anybody else is doing for their clients, their clientele, and their niche, let them do that. If it ever overlaps where y'all can collaborate, fine. If somebody else wants to, if an artist uses you for one project and uses another producer for another, or one song, and like there are albums where there's 10 songs and 20 producers. Like, and we have to get to the place where like we cool with that so that we can go to bed with like peace of mind. Like, let's go to bed peaceful. Like, peace of mind, clear heart, no crazy vibes, no, none of that. No, I'm going to chop your head off. I'm going to show you. Like, that's exhausting. That's an exhausting way to go about it. Versus saying, hey, you know what? I really want to excel in this arena. I want to be one of the best to ever do it. Dowdy was good, guy. I want to be one of the best to ever do it. Therefore, every day that I wake up, I'm going to do it better than I did yesterday. And when you wake up the next day, what did I do wrong? What could I do better? What can I sharpen? How can I grow? That vibe. See, that vibe is you against you. And you don't spread no toxic energy as you climb. You ain't sowing discord as you climb. You ain't starting drama as you climb. You just climbing. You just climbing. Other people doing their thing. Kudos to you. Hats off to you. Respect. Keep climbing. Collaborations come. Let's do this. Hey, what's fair for both of us? Okay, keep climbing. Okay, this artist, I ain't fit for that. You can go over here, keep climbing. Hey, man, I'm actually too busy. I can't do none of it. Go over there, keep climbing and climbing and climbing. And then once you get to the top, it feels different that you got there because you just strive to become a better version of yourself. So that's my spiel. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Like my wife say, we're going somewhere. We have no clue where we're going, but we thank y'all for riding with us. And when we get there, we're going to celebrate. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.